Alrighty, what is up, everybody? It is Jonathan here with week 6 of Fast Cheers Racing at Watkins Glen. And yes, as you can see, we're racing in the rain. This is going to be interesting to see how it goes in the rain. I'm kind of curious why I'm not seeing. I'm only seeing GT3 class and not the GT4 class. Oh, there they are. Guess they did separate them on purpose. I didn't know they did. But anyways, let's go back to the leaders. As they are going green flag racing, that was weird. I just didn't see them. But green flag racing here at Watkins Glen. I wonder if gets out to early as he had to pull. He gets a little bit loose and gets a better lead. Here comes Blaine in the 18 side by side through the S's. This is really sketchy in the rain. Wonder if allows Blaine to take the lead there. Making sure he does not get into that. Let's quickly go back to the leaders as the GT4 class is underway. As Kyle will take the lead. As Kyle spins, Kyle's going to spin out. Almost bumps into the tire bears there. It's going to be very treacherous out here in the rain for sure. But unfortunately, spins out right into turn 1 on the first lap. As that allows Wes Graham to pull away. And from Mitchell, who's second. Alright, let's go back to the GT3 class. Blaine still leads as Jonathan Orndorff, as Blaine goes wide, coming out of the second to last turn out of the boot. Now back onto the what's called the NASCAR track. We'll show you quickly right now. Find it. Right there it is. This is the spray that comes off the cars. You see Orndorff, he's actually looking to, it's like he's not necessarily going to pass. He's just trying to get out of the spray to see his braking zone. And then he'll get right back into it. Now here's not much he can do. He's trying to stay out of the spray. Catches a little bit of the puddles there next to the rumble strips. Blaine got a little loose in front of him. So watch this again. See, he's just getting out of the spray. He's not necessarily trying to pass or do anything like that. He's just trying to see, and then he'll get back in line where he knows where his braking zone is, and then he'll get back. And wow, I wonder if it really closes up from the bus stop there on Blaine. As he may make a pass here for the lead. As Orndorff looks inside, going into the boot. Side by side, and Orndorff will clear for the lead. All right, let's go back to the GT4 class. Wes Graham is opened up a good lead over Nick Gould, about 3 seconds over Nick there. Clayton Cyrus is about 5 seconds back now. Kyle Cleveland looks like it has regrouped and caught the back of his class here. Trying to pass Mitchell, which Mitchell was second. I think he had an issue. See what happens there as I was trying to look away around these guys. Again, it's very treacherous and hard to pass because one, the spray is bad. Two, is trying to find an area to pass while it hit one of those puddles that could just throw the car straight into another car, purely by accident, obviously, just because you're trying to make a pass, but like as you can tell, it's hard to put the throttle down. It's very loose. Even with all traction control and ABS and all that stuff on these cars, it is just not as easy in the rain. So right now it seems like they kind of spread out again. Go back up to the GT3 class. Orndorff has pulled away from Blaine about almost 2 seconds from him. This is Jonathan Orndorff's home track, so I think he put a little more emphasis on this track than ever to win. Alright, let's go back to the GT4 class here. Like the battle for the lead is stretchy. It has shrunk. It's down to 1.8 seconds. Now to 2.2. Even though it is raining and there's a lot of puddles in that bus stop, if you can make up really good ground in the bus stop, you have a good shot to make passes once you get into the boot. The bus stop may not say a passing zone in the wet, but you definitely make up ground if you nail the bus stop really well. As Nick is slowly catching him. I don't say slowly, he's really catching Wes here. Those looks like Brian, who was fourth, is now sixth. Had some issues there. And, he has disappeared. And yep, he looks like he's disconnected. I will say this. Get to actual TV camera here. He was having VR issues and computer issues, so that's what made him drop out. As Wes, I don't know if he caught some puddles or just standing water there. But he got a little loose on the braking. See, in the dry line, you would be right next to the rumble strips right here. But obviously there's puddles right there, as you can tell, and you just don't want to have anything to do with those things. With the bus stop, you can kind of get away with it. You can jump over the rumble strips still, because it's not terrible. Here's a little bit. You gotta be careful of that, but for the most part, you can still get through the bus stop pretty normal. As that gap is kind of, I would say, stable at 0.9 of a second. Keeping an eye on the gap between GT3. That's opened up to a 7-second gap between Orndorff and Blaine. Right now, this seems to be the only kind of good battle right now on the track is with Wes and Nick. Let's go on board with Nick. and see what he's actually seeing, or a lack of seeing. Oh, Nick gets a little low, probably catches that standing water there, but hangs on to it. Down in turn number 1 here. The gap's kind of opened up again to about 1.5 seconds, so the spray is not terrible from this distance. It's running really close to the person. As you can tell, right now it looks pretty good, but once you get right close, probably within a half a second, the spray is pretty bad. Gap seems to be kind of stable, about 1.5 seconds at this point. Go back up to the GT3 class, and it looks like yes, Alex has taken second over. Blaine has fallen to 4th. Could have had some issues with Blaine. An incident somewhere allowed Alex and Austin to get past him. But that lead has grown to almost a 20-second lead, up to a 19-second gap between Orndorff and Alex Reno. Don't want to miss any battles here between these two guys. This is the closest battle on, excuse me, on the track at this point. Fluctuates between 1.5 to about, sometimes half a second. Down the front straightaway once again to complete another lap here. Again, everyone should make it on fuel, nothing like that. It's just more about who makes a mistake or whatever, in that sense, if you're at the pit. Brian, again, is out of the race due to some connection issues, technical issues, if you will. Only car out of the race at this point. Bit of a battle for second spot here, as yes, Austin has gone by. Oh, Austin is a little loose there, but Austin has gone by Alex for the second position, as Alex sideways and into the wall, and there goes his front nose, crashes, going into turn number 10 here. And looks like he probably's going to come in and gets a fast repair. Nope, he stays out. He probably doesn't know his front bumper's missing. Probably figure out once he goes into turn number 1, it probably has a lot more grip than he wants it to be. But right now, he's going to stay out there with missing front bumper. At least on my screen it is. That allows Austin to get to second spot. Let's go back to that GT4 battle, because again, that's pretty much the closest battle for any lead position. Jonathan Orndorff is out, has a 22-second gap over Austin. Right now, trying to see if Nick can make any progress on Wes Graham here. It seems like Nick's fairly good launching ability wise. He's got more lateral grip, if you can have any lateral grip in the rain. But Wes seems to do better, maybe in the braking zones a little bit better. See how he goes through the bus stop here. Oh, Nick's around through the bus stop. Trying to get going before anyone shows up to the party, and allows the 05 of Cyrus and Kyle Cleveland get by. So close to getting that lead, and probably looking from what I think happened, maybe caught too much of the rumble strips and the puddles, and it just spun them out that way. Because even though the rumble strips, like they're how do I say, they're 3D modeled in, so they really can affect when it gets wet. So, and they're painted, so iRacing did a really good job to simulate if you overrush those rumble strips. If you get on the throttle too soon when you're hitting those things, it could spin you right out. So so kudos to iRacing really simulate that. But unfortunate for Nick, he went from second to fourth. So that allows Wes Graham to get up to a 7.7 second lead over Clayton Cyrus. And that moves up Kyle Cleveland, who spun on the first turn, is now back up to third. 8.4 seconds behind Wes. So right now, everyone's kind of spread out for the most part because of that that pretty close battle for the lead, and now it's pretty much spread out, though Clayton Cyrus is starting to slowly catch Wes again. Or he's slowly catching him. But we'll see. See how he catches those rumble strips there. You got, especially from point of view of other person, the best thing to do is, if you're going to hit them, just don't throttle up. Like, I hate to say it, like, you just don't throttle up. You let it coast over them, and then as soon as you get past them, then you do. It feels a little bit better. If you feel like you're more straight on with them, and you're not turn the wheel too much, then you can probably get on the throttle. But of course, every car is different. Wes is in I believe it's a BMW. So every car's traction control and stuff like that. Okay. I think flipped there on top there. But every car is different. Like Jonathan Orner, if he's running a Porsche, Austin and Blaine are running Ford Mustangs. So yeah, of course there's a GT3s versus GT4s. So little differences makes a lot up compared to how you drive it on a road course like Watkins Glen. I guess the closest battle right now, let's go to Clayton Cyrus, who is second at this point. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Wes Graham has spun. I just caught out the corner of my eye. Wes Graham has spun in turn number 1, and that will give up the lead to Clayton Cyrus. Let's actually do this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't, because it's gonna mess up that timing thing. I want to, but it'll probably mess up the minutes and time. So I would like to always show you guys the replay, but with this app thing, I don't trust that it'll recounter the lap time. So unfortunately, just don't trust it. But anyways, Wes Graham looked like he Probably got onto the rumble strips, but that's just my guess. And just spun out. So unfortunate for him, and is now back to 4th. Let's go back to the battle for the lead, as West spinning out has allowed these 3 guys to close up together. As we're showing Kyle Cleveland there in 2nd now, after spinning out on the 1st lap in the 1st turn. He is now back up to 2nd after all of that. Again, nothing happened in the GT3 class at this point. Orndorff out to a 28-second lead over Austin. Blaine looks like he's starting to catch. Let's actually go to that. Maybe there's a battle for at least 2nd. Let's look for that. Right now, there's a pretty good gap between that. It's about roughly a 2nd. Keep an eye on that. But we'll go back to the GT4 class because this is the closest battle. As you can tell, there is, even though it's still raining out, there is like a dry line forming. So that could affect the tires a little bit more. And when I mean like a dry line, just the excess water has been blown off. So now you don't have that top layer of water. So it's kind of weird how that works, but in how racing in the rain works, because even though it's always raining constantly, you think, well, there shouldn't be a dry line, but it kind of can form one. As you can tell, like there's a groove of water. Just you can see like a little bit of standing water. They had the spray picks up more versus other places. That's just because of a little more standing water than other places. So as you can see back there, Orndorff is catching the GT4 class. That's still going to happen. That there's a chance that he will still catch the GT4 class regardless. As Nick goes wide off turn 10 into 11. As sideways off in the final turn there for Kyle. Trying to push it to get past Clayton Sowers for the lead. As we're approaching the 24-minute mark, I know it's a little, again, still a little ahead, so we're still probably in the 23-minute mark, but I wish this wouldn't count early. I don't know why it does, but it does. Anyways, battle for the lead for GT4 class. Kyle looking to the right side into the bus stop. Can't do it there. Cyrus kind of gets a little bit wide. Here comes Kyle to the left side through the carousel. And he cleared him before he gets into the boot. Drivers side by side. And he's gonna clear him going into the boot. And he'll take the lead back over after starting on the pole of this race. Oh, there goes Kyle again. Kyle goes around again as he takes the lead. And Kyle Cleveland spins out once again after just taking the lead over. Man, talking about bad luck. I mean, just get the lead and then car spins out again. Up break for Kyle Cleveland there. That allows Cyrus to retake the lead, but now that allows Nick to catch up to Cyrus. Going into turn number 10 here. Right on the bumper. As you see in the back, that's the GT3 class or car. Jonathan Orndorff, who were putting this class down one lap. Orndorff still has almost a 30-second lead over Austin. As Orndorff will go past these guys. Orndorff was just on rails in this race. As Nick trying to look to the outside of Cyrus. I think he's maybe trying to set him up for this turn into the boot. See, he's looking inside, Oh, he's sideways. Both of them sideways. Cyrus hangs on, though. As Wes Graham is starting to catch back up again after he spun in turn 1. A few laps to go, but now he's back to the third. After Kyle spun, once just took over the lead. Into the next corner, he spins out. Nick looking to the right side, now to the left side. Actually looks like got a good run going into turn number 10. Side by side into turn number 10. And Nick, almost got it. Cyrus goes wide. Can Cyrus not get into that puddle? He can. It's going to get a little loose. And Nick is going to take over the lead in GT4 class. So now Nick is starting to pull away from Clayton Cyrus. 1.1 seconds now. Wes Graham looking to try to get up to Clayton Cyrus there. About 2 seconds behind him. Yeah, so it seems like, if you can tell, yeah, Nick is a little conservative going into the bus stop, but then he's able to throttle up easier off, and that's where he gets that gap from. Wait, whoa, Cyrus, go back to him. He was way wide, and that's allowing Wes to catch up again. Let's go on board with Wes Graham. As you can tell, you can't see a dang thing, just nothing. There's stuff iRacing could do a little bit better, especially the lights. They said they improved them by, like, I don't know, 50% or something like that. But it's still hard to see the car in front of you. I mean, let's be clear. I mean, in real life, it is hard to see. So it's not like it's not realistic. It's just that you got to still put the game aspect in iRacing and help us a little bit. So if you could maybe brighten up the lights a little bit more. They don't have to be like brutally bright, but just enough so when someone actually hits the brakes, we can see them. So maybe down the road they could work on that, but for the most part, this rain is affecting iRacing is really good. So just little tweaks here and there to help it out. But Wes Graham trying to run down Clayton Cyrus. Was down to about a second. It's about a second now. Still going into the bus stop here. So you can hear that he's being very cautious with the throttle. As he's trying to catch Clayton there. Oh, Wes, whoa. Catches that little bit of the puddles there next to the rumble strips. It hangs on. A lot of the drivers in GT4, especially with these cars, were saying how a struggle these cars were to race, just to drive in the rain. But Wes doing a pretty good job here in third. Let's go. I know we haven't talked a dang thing about the GT3 class, but we're on board with Jonathan Orndorff here in the number 20. Let's go on board with him for a lap here. As he goes down into the bus stop here. See, he stays away from the puddles. Just trying to avoid having the car kick out anyway. Which then you can be a little more aggressive on the throttle through the bus stop. Because then you're not worried about spinning out the car. Goes through that little excess water, comes across the track. And down into the boot area. Straight away in the boot right now. Has a 33-second lead over Austin. As he makes his way through turns 10 and 11, complete another lap. As we're approaching the 34-minute mark by a little less than that, by 33 or so change. As he crosses the line here. We completed another lap. Let's go to the GT4 class. Orndorff's teammate Nick Gould is in the lead. Has almost a 2.5-second lead over Cyrus. Wes Graham has fallen off again from Clayton. Well, roughly almost 2 seconds now. Go back to that battle there. If a battle at all. There's Clayton there. Alright, how about we, since we're kind of all spread out here, let's go through the GT3 and go through everyone through the field, if you will. So, Jonathan Orndorff leading by 33 seconds over Austin, who's in second. Blaine, who had the lead shortly in the beginning of the race, is third. I think he also had a problem during the race. He fell back to fourth, but now is third. I have DJ Underwood in fourth in GT3 class. I'm kind of surprised. I thought he'd do a lot better in the rain, but I mean, still fourth is not bad. But yeah, unfortunately, he's over a minute and a half back from Orndorff. Could be almost lapped here before all said and done. Let's go back to Alex Reno, who's fifth, final in GT3 class. At one point, was second. But as you can tell, he did wreck, and they did come in and get the fast repair to get his front bumper back on. All right, let's go to the GT4 class. You have Nick Gould, who's leading the GT4 class. Clayton Cyrus actually allowing Austin to get by here. And but Clayton is second. Wes Graham third, who's really caught back up again. Is about second behind now. Kyle Cleveland in fourth after having the lead early, or ran the first lap, having the pole, spins out in the first lap, first turn. Comes all the way back from that, gets the lead again, and then right after he gets the lead, spins out again. I mean, you're talking about bad luck. I feel bad. Like, you do all that work, and then just for that to happen again it sucks in racing for sure. But he's still fourth. You see how that goes. He's really behind now between Wes, Clayton, and Nick. So something major is going to happen for a battle for that to happen. Let's go to Mitchell, who is fifth. Was second at one point early in the race. Had some issues and is now fifth. Of course, Brian, I can't show because he is disconnected. Had some technical issues, but is sixth. Is going to finish sixth this race. Let's go to, let's look at Battle 4. Let me look for this. Closest battle right now is still with Clayton Cyrus and Wes Graham. This Nick has opened up to almost a 3-second lead. Right now that gap's about holding steady, close to about a second. Right now. Ooh, Clayton gets on those rumble strips. Able to not over accelerate on those. Right now, it's just kind of stable out right now. Looks like about a second, a little about 1.1 seconds between Clayton and Wes. Down to 8/10 of a second here. So we might have a battle here. Depends on what Cyrus does, or what happens to Cyrus or Wes. Seems to be maybe a little bit better. Cyrus goes wide, way wide, into the grass, and hangs onto it, but that's going to allow Wes Graham to get by and take second position over. Now he has the big chore at hand by trying to run down Nick. Now he's 3 seconds behind. Nick Gould is Wes Graham. We're getting close to the finish here. I would say we're right now we're at the 40-minute mark, or close to the 40-minute mark. And so we're about at 5 minutes now for the finish of this race. Ooh, Cyrus was wide off in turn number 10 there. But right now, everyone seems to be pretty spread out once again. As we're getting closer to the finish here. Goes Nick into the bus stops right there. Wes is slowly catching him. It's down to it's 2.3 seconds now. So Wes is slowly catching him. On 2.2 seconds. Because of the rain, the lap times are around 2 minutes. If it was in the dry, a lot of these times would have been under 2 minutes. But so we are approaching here soon the white flag. And if I do this right and I calculate it right and iRacing does it right, we should begin the white flag here next time by wherever Orndorff is on the racetrack. Let's look at where he's at. He's in the bus stop. So I'd say give it what I call the 40-second mark. So that would be 2 minutes. If it's under under 40 seconds by the time he gets around, then we have one more lap, I want to say. But if he gets that 40-second mark, and I think it took about 40 seconds to get to the line. I want to say that. I think this should be the white flag. I'm going to say this is going to be the white flag, and hopefully Barney, the flagman, is waving that white flag to give me an indication. Come on, Barney, you got to give me some kind of indication because I have sometimes no clue. I'm going to say yes, this is going to be the white flag right here. As we are actually 1 minute left, and regardless of the time frame, we are under the amount of time by the time it gets back around. So, as Orndorff comes through the final turn, let's see. Is it the white flag? Is he waving it? He is. White flag. 1 lap to go here at Watkins Glen. Orndorff has a 40, almost a 40-second lead over Austin. In fact, he's getting close to lap the DJ here, who's actually falling back to 5th. So Alex moves up to 4th. Keeping on that gap between Nick and Wes is 2.1 seconds, 1.9. So that's closing in a little bit. As wonder if maybe think about passing him. Not sure. As there goes DJ right in front of the leader. Oh, almost nails Orndorff. But Orndorff just slips by Whew, a little action for Orndorff at the end there. Get his heartbeat going. Oh boy. But Orndorff will get by, and no one else in front of him. As he'll come out of the boot and approach would be turn 9 here, then 10 and 11. Down the mini straight here into turn number 10. And coming to turn number 11. Jonathan Orndorff with a dominant performance here at his home track at Watkins Glen. He's going to win at Watkins Glen. All right, let's head back to that GT4 class as Wes has closed into a 1.3 second lead. They're going down that straightaway, we say back straightaway, whatever you want to call it, in the boot. Wes has one chance opportunity here as he gets a little loose. 1.3 seconds. 1.5 is actually starting to lose ground now. As Nick comes through turn number 10. And through turn number 11, Wes won't have enough. It's a team sweep as Nick Gould is going to win at Watkins Glen. Wes Grimm second, Clayton Sowers third, Kyle Cleveland fourth, Mitchell Calvin in fifth, and Brian, again, technical issues, will finish sixth. Let's go to the GT 3 as Orndorff will again win, Austin second, Blaine third, Alex in fourth, and DJ in fifth. So that was unfortunately a boring situation for the GT3 class. Just up right there at the end there. Had to, you have to make Orndorff work for it somehow, right? But still, really good battle in the GT4 class. Wes did everything he could to get to Nick again. Lots of comers and goers, a lot of mistakes that happened in the GT4 class. Just kind of a weird scenario. I'll say this about Cleveland. I mean, for the amount of times he had the issues, he kept strong and was able to still pull out a fourth place finish after spinning out twice. But I would say he was the stronger car, maybe pace-wise, the speed-wise, but unfortunately the rain track car combo caught him out this week. But not for Orndorff. This is his home track, and apparently he loves to play in the rain too, so he gets it done, and his teammate Nick in the GT4 class gets it done as well. So it's a team sweep for the cop cars. Say that. But if you did enjoy this broadcast, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel and want to see more of these broadcasts, races, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you for the next one at, I think we're at Spa next week, so that's going to be interesting, especially if it rains. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you for the next one.